The drought is a problem, meaning our sources of water is going to dilapidate very soon.
The reason why today we are experiencing the challenges that we're experiencing in terms of demand and supply, it is because of poor planning.
If water planning is not done properly, then you won't be able to provide water at the right time.
The general challenges that are faced by the residents of the Eastern Cape in respect of water is huge backlogs, and there's quite a number of people that are still not served.
Remember that each and every person is entitled constitutionally to clean water and free basic services as well. So therefore this makes it an integral part of ensuring that we're able to provide that services to the community. Part of our challenges is then the climate change impact and the drought impact. So you need to be able to anticipate where the water sources are.
Water governance is essentially about decision making, the appropriate decision making, and the appropriate processes to follow to ensure that the citizens have water.
The GIZ worked with the municipality very well with the planning around water in particular. One thing they did was the technical expertise which was provided on time to be with us and be able to understand the problems and respond accordingly. There was a study that was conducted focusing mainly on the water governance. After the analysis, obviously, the report had the recommendations which had to be implemented.
Hence, we are today crafting a water services master plan for water. We developed what we call a water conservation and demand management plan, because it was not there. So those are the governance documents that Amateur District Municipality did not have before, but we are a water services authority. So we're getting things right by having governance documents, and secondly, and how do we then intend to implement those governance documents.
There's been a very good training that was undertaken then by GIZ in the form of workshops in regards to governance, and it was mainly then on terms of the role of politicians in ensuring then that they undertake, effective oversight on the provision then of water and sanitation. When GIZ organized a water colloquium, what one then had learned out of the water colloquium it was the presentation then by Cape Town on terms of how they manage the drought, and where they had what is called Day Zero, which then had hyped the communities at large. And that assisted us as municipalities in terms of how then do you manage crisis in respect then to drought.
Another important component when it comes to water issues or the discussions that came out of the water and sanitation in Daba is the issues around water infrastructure. We've got infrastructure worth 5 billion rands as a district municipality, but we require 434 million rands just to maintain it on an annual basis. So how do we now ensure that the infrastructure that is within, that we've already put in place, is able to then be reliable in the provision of water to the communities?
In Mpumalanga, we also focus on supporting water governance in our municipalities. Different to the Eastern Cape is that district municipalities in Mpumalanga are not water service authorities nor providers, so the local municipalities are responsible to deliver water. An interesting example in Mpumalanga is City of Mbombela. It's one of the few municipalities in South Africa that has a public-private partnership on water service delivery, and we're currently in talks with the municipality about how we can capture those lessons to share as an alternative perhaps service delivery model for other municipalities. Other aspects we've done around water governance linked to long-term planning, such as a water meter audit for Steve Twete local municipality that allows them to do longer-term planning around needs, growth points, new developments, etc.
Our challenges are around infrastructure, on water in particular. Our reservoirs are old, and the issue around the valves are actually dating way back to early 70s. What the German government are doing is that they actually do plan for long term in terms of infrastructure development. This is the initiative that currently we want to embark on, and we believe we can do better because we've learned even where they had mistakes or challenges. And as a municipality, we believe we can emulate whatever issues they were able to address back then. It's Germany. We were lucky to be to have someone seconded to work with us within the municipality, and that has made it easy for us to because he is able to provide us with immediate advice, with facilitating some of our meetings, and provide the necessary support in terms of the technical expertise.
The next step for Amateur District Municipality in terms of water governance going forward is firstly then to ensure then that as a district municipality, it builds up sustainable resources in the form of obviously planning, to ensure then that it does not find itself in the position then it has found itself in currently on terms of issues of drought. So I think going forward then is firstly then to ensure then that the staff itself then within Amatole District Municipality is capacitated and are able then to sustain the lessons then that they would have then learned through the GIZ program, in ensuring then that going then into the future, the district municipality then becomes then sustainable in terms of water resources.
The future of the project will help with improved bylaws that will help with the quality of water, and help also with stopping the vandalism, prohibit vandalism, and assist with the tariff setting.
What can be done to strengthen forward-looking? I think key thing that we need to focus on is sustainability, sustaining those momentums that we have gained over the past period.
For future, I would want to run the municipality, the water services as a business, and be able to collect revenue that will be able to plow back in terms of refurbishing infrastructure and ensuring continued water supply.